Toyota is ranked the second most valuable automotive brand in the world. Yes, above Mercedes-Benz and BMW. And also the best-selling car company in the world. Toyota holds the record for the best-selling car model in the world, the Toyota Corolla, with over 50 million units sold since 1966. This means, on average, a Corolla has been sold approximately every 27 seconds since then. In 2013, Toyota became one of the record holders for annual production worldwide, manufacturing over 10 million vehicles in a single year. The company is famously known for producing some of the most durable and high-quality cars globally. These are not just opinions, they are backed by statistics. According to some reports, around 80% of all Toyota vehicles made in the last 2 decades are still roadworthy today. Toyota spends an astonishing $1 million every hour on R&D. This dedication is evident in milestones like the world's first mass-produced hybrid car, the Prius, in 1997, and later, the first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, the Mirai, in 2014. In 2016 alone, Toyota registered over 1,500 patents in the United States, placing it among the top 20 companies for patent filings, alongside giants like Apple. With a strong presence in over 170 countries worldwide, Toyota truly embodies the meaning of a global company. Toyota has been the best-selling car brand in Australia for over 25 years. And on this side of the world, in North America, it has consistently ranked among the top-selling car brands. Their attention to detail and expertise in production are remarkable. For instance, during the development of the first Lexus LS, Toyota spent over $1 billion. They employed 1,400 mechanical engineers and 2,300 specialists to design and manufacture it. Before the final product was ready, they built and tested 450 prototypes to perfect the design and production process. In 1989, Toyota founded the Lexus brand for its luxury vehicles in the US. Now, let's talk about the Toyota logo. The Toyota name originates from the family name of the company's founder, Sakichi Toyoda. Initially, the company's early vehicles were sold under the Toyota brand. In 1936, a public competition was held to design a new logo, which led to the brand name being changed to Toyota. Why the change? 1. Toyota was easier to pronounce in Japanese and internationally. 2. Writing the word Toyota in Japanese requires 8 brushstrokes, a number considered lucky in Japanese culture, associated with wealth and prosperity. The current Toyota logo was unveiled in 1989 to celebrate the company's 50th anniversary. Fun fact, it took 5 years to design. The logo consists of 3 ovals. The 2 overlapping inner ovals symbolize the heart of the customer and the heart of the company, illustrating a mutually beneficial relationship based on trust and respect. The larger outer oval represents the world that encompasses Toyota. Interestingly, all the letters of the word Toyota can be found hidden within the logo. To truly understand the secret behind Toyota's unmatched quality and the reasons for its global success, we need to take a brief journey through the company's history. Sakichi Toyoda, renowned Japanese industrialist in the textile industry, was born in 1867 in the city of Kosei, Japan, to a poor family. From a young age, he watched his father work as a carpenter and his mother weave cotton fabrics at home, both working tirelessly to make ends meet. Reading newspapers and various books, especially the invention of the loom, combined with the hardships of his mother's manual work, inspired Sakichi to invent the first automatic loom. His invention quickly spread across Japan. Sakichi often mentioned, "I must serve my community and country and give back what I've received through my services." He was true to his word, continuously improving and upgrading his machines until he developed the legendary Type G loom, capable of running nonstop without sacrificing quality or speed. Amazingly, even after a century, some of these machines are still in use in certain countries. After World War I, their business thrived even more. However, three major events in the 1920s changed Japan's economy: the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923, Japan's financial panic in 1927, and the Great Depression of 1929. The earthquakes repeatedly destroyed Japan's infrastructure and rail systems, increasing the demand for buses and other public transportation vehicles. The Japanese government started importing large chassis from Ford to convert them into buses. Seeing this, Sakichi Toyoda sent his son, Kiichiro Toyoda, on a long trip to study these vehicles in Europe and America. After completing his research, Kiichiro convinced his father to venture into vehicle production alongside their existing textile business. In September 1933, they established an automobile division under the main company, focusing on producing automatic looms. Without any specific expertise or experience, they started by reverse engineering vehicles from Ford, Chevrolet, and Chrysler. They disassembled each part to understand the mechanisms and develop their own designs. They also sought help from Japanese engineers who had worked with American companies. The result was the Model AA, introduced in 1936, inspired by Chevrolet. A year later, they founded the Toyota Motor Company. During World War II, materials became scarce, and the factory had to shift to manufacturing military equipment. Continuous bombings inflicted significant damage on Japan's infrastructure, leaving the country devastated. Post-war recovery was slow, but the Korean War and substantial orders from the US saved Toyota. It was then that Toyota's executives realized the need to expand into international markets for long-term survival. Their first attempt to enter the American market in the 1950s with a Toyota Crown failed. The car, designed for Japanese roads, wasn't powerful enough for American highways and overheated frequently. Toyota sold only 258 vehicles in 1958, withdrew the model, and returned to studying the American market. By 1967, Toyota became the third best-selling import brand in the US. They even established a research institute in Southern California in 1973 called Kalti Design Research, and in 1975, it claimed the top spot for imported cars during the oil crisis. The continuous improvement in the quality of Toyota's products enabled the company to set a record of importing over 1 million cars into the US in 1986. Since then, Toyota has consistently remained one of the best-selling and most popular brands in the US market. This remarkable growth and success aren't just limited to the US. It can be extended to virtually all global markets. But the important question here is, how did Toyota achieve such outstanding results and a shining reputation? Toyota cars are neither the fastest, the most powerful, nor the most beautiful. As many say, Toyota is a simple and boring car that keeps running until you get tired of it. Perhaps that's Toyota's winning formula, producing durable, high-quality cars at affordable prices. While this formula may sound simple in theory, implementing it is extremely challenging. However, for Toyota, with its production methods, management, and long-term vision, it hardly seems difficult. The best way to understand Toyota's production system, known as the Lean Production System or the System of Eliminating Waste, is by reading the book The Toyota Way. The book introduces 14 principles that unveil many of Toyota's secrets to success and how it became a leader in the industry. In the rest of this video, I'll briefly present a few of these principles to you. If you're interested in lesser discussed topics in the world of cars and automobiles, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications bell icon to stay updated on future videos. After World War II, Japan was almost entirely destroyed and in terrible condition. Raw materials were extremely scarce, and companies had to use every ounce of creativity to survive. They had to save as much as possible. For example, Toyota's Model K truck used only one headlight and just one brake on a single wheel. Over time, this approach became more systematic and refined, especially in the 1950s during the leadership of Eiji Toyoda, a cousin of Kiichiro Toyoda. Eiji Toyoda, along with Taichi Ono, a mechanical engineer specializing in textile machinery, traveled to the US. They visited Ford's factories and were fascinated by their incredible system of mass production. They wanted to implement this system at Toyota, but they lacked the capital, raw materials, and space to store such large quantities. During their stay in the US, they searched for a solution until something caught their attention: a supermarket called Piggly Wiggly. It wasn't the supermarket itself, but its inventory management and restocking system that intrigued them. They implemented this concept into Toyota's production line, ensuring that just the right amount of raw material was available at the exact moment it was needed on the production line. This method became known as just-in-time. By using just-in-time method, Toyota was able to prevent waste, avoid overproduction, and use fewer materials on the production line, saving them significant costs. Another innovation introduced by Taichi Ono to Toyota's production line was Kanban, a scheduling system. Kanban involved visual signals to track where raw materials were in the process, whether they were at the input stage, in processing, or at the output stage. It functioned somewhat like modern barcodes, allowing parts to be tracked efficiently during production. Toyota also employs another system or philosophy in its production process called Jidoka, which means automation with human oversight. This means that every design, assembly, or part creation is initially done by humans to achieve the best possible results. Afterward, Toyota automates the manufacturing system and incorporates robots into the production line. Then, the system is further optimized until human intervention is no longer required. Once perfected, Toyota applies this modular system across the entire production line to fully automate assembly and production. In contrast, many other companies use a different approach to automation. They start by designing everything with computers and immediately proceed to automate the production line, which is a faster method. However, while Toyota's system is slower, it offers much greater precision and reliability. Toyota's engineers and workers have in-depth control over every step of the assembly and manufacturing process, enabling continuous improvement over time. Another characteristic of Toyota products is that the company offers fewer optional features on its vehicles. This is because adding any optional feature requires significant time and cost due to Toyota's production methods. Toyota simplifies its production process as much as possible. Ironically, this simplicity demands a great deal of time and financial investment. You may have noticed that many Toyota models share common parts, which helps the company reduce costs and improve production efficiency. This shared part strategy even extends to Toyota and Lexus brands. For example, the 2GR FEV6 engine was used in numerous models, including the Avalon, Orion, RAV4, Camry, Lexus ES350, Venza, and Sienna. Interestingly, this same engine was also used in Lotus Evora. This demonstrates Toyota's confidence in this engine and its ability to utilize it effectively across various models. And perhaps that's one of the reasons Toyota doesn't produce cars in small or limited numbers. The Toyota production system is expensive and time-consuming, designed for mass production over an extended period. Of course, the exception is the Lexus LFA, which involves substantial costs and time, even resulting in a financial loss. However, with Yamaha's collaboration, Toyota created one of the most iconic supercars ever.
Then we gave it the precision of a Lexus, and in turn, wrote a new definition of what's possible for an automobile.
The final and most important philosophy of Toyota is Kaizen, which means continuous improvement or change for the better. This philosophy emphasizes improving the product, even at the consequence of slowing down production. It allows any employee to halt the production line to enhance processes and workflows. When a problem arises, the production line stops, the issue is assessed, solutions are proposed, and the production resumes only after improvements are made. And such actions never lead to blame or punishment. In fact, Finishing work early is considered a negative point since the remaining time should be used to refine and optimize the production process. Unlike most automakers, Toyota doesn't prioritize the quantity of products delivered. For instance, Ford might say, "Can the product be delivered on time?" But Toyota asks, "Can it be produced more accurately and precisely?" For example, Ford's production line in Michigan halts production about twice a week, while Toyota's plant in Kentucky records 2,000 stops per week. This is the fundamental difference between Toyota and other companies. This approach ensures Toyota often identifies and resolves issues with its vehicles before they hit the market, delivering near-flawless or minimally defective products. Moreover, it prevents numerous costly recalls. When an employee identifies a problem, they address it immediately before resuming production, unlike most automakers that conduct quality checks at the end of the line. Over the years, Toyota's production system has performed so well and efficiently that companies like Ford, General Motors, Subaru, and even German brands like BMW and Porsche have adopted elements of it in some of their models. Toyota's success also stems from its smart and effective sales strategies, contributing to its popularity and consistent sales. Toyota strives to maintain high prices for its products, rarely offering discounts. Compared to American automakers like Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge, this difference is noticeable. This approach helps maintain high resale values for Toyota vehicles. When dealerships offer significant discounts on new cars, future buyers expect similar reductions on used models, causing secondhand prices to drop further. Toyota avoids this trap by limiting discounts. Another clever policy is minimizing leasing sales. When many cars are sold under lease agreements, a large number eventually enter the used market at the end of their contracts, naturally driving prices down. To avoid this depreciation, Toyota refrains from relying heavily on leasing, unlike other popular brands. Toyota also limits fleet sales, where large numbers of vehicles are sold to organizations. This prevents an influx of used cars flooding the market without Toyota having control over their pricing. Now, this doesn't mean Toyota is perfect or beyond criticism. Every company has its flaws. In recent years, Toyota seems to be adopting some of the same mistakes other automakers have made. I'll leave the judgment to you in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with me? The decline in the quality of recent models, frequent breakdowns, and serious engine and transmission recalls, especially in the 2024 Lexus LS 600, Sequoia, and Tundra, have surprised many. This stems largely from the increasing demand for advanced electronic features from customers. However, adding such features introduces potential bugs and more problems, acting as a kind of Achilles heel for the brand. These issues could stem from something as simple as push-button start systems to infotainment panels, radar systems, or any electronic mechanisms. Toyota is even under pressure from fans for not fully embracing mass production of electric vehicles, a move that clashes with its foundational policies of avoiding cutting-edge trends. Similarly, reducing engine displacement and relying on turbochargers has its downsides, particularly in terms of increased wear and reduced vehicle longevity. What Toyota has always stood for, durability, reliability, and simplicity, might be at risk of changing in the future. I hope Toyota returns to its roots and preserves its stellar reputation. In conclusion, Toyota is more than just an automaker. It's a lifestyle inspired by Japanese culture, which values long-term vision, patience, and respect. Employees are seen as valuable assets, and layoffs or downsizing are rarely part of their practices. These qualities are deeply embedded in Toyota's ethos. Now, we understand how Toyota, which started much later than its European and American competitors, managed to surpass them all and achieve its golden status. I hope all automakers, including Toyota, continue to produce high-quality, durable, and hassle-free vehicles. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I truly appreciate your support through likes and comments.